As you can probably see, this is not my usual setting because it's getting darker now. It's almost 9 p.m. here in Sweden, and I only use natural lighting, so here goes. I don't know why, I just feel like chatting with you guys. As the title might suggest, I am going to talk about scholarship and ways to get there, but not on the requirement aspects of it, more from the self-development aspects of it, if that makes sense. I touched on it on my previous videos, that I got rejected by, I think 4 or 3 scholarships before I finally got accepted by one, which is the Chevening scholarship from the UK government. It was great. You should check it out. You should check my videos out. I put it on the link down below. And the other day I was talking to my friends and we were talking about scholarships and how hard it is to actually get yourself going, and even with the rejections and with everything and with the hurdles that you still keep going. And it happened to me when I was pursuing the scholarship that I felt like I wanted to stop, especially if you get rejections, and especially if if you're expecting good news and you don't get good news. It can be really hard. And I wrote it too once in my blog that scholarship journey for me was also kind of like a self-discovery journey, because at the time I never felt so disappointed in myself, and I never felt so like pressured, not by anyone else but by myself, because I somehow put my self-worth into this application of scholarship. And if I don't get it, and if it doesn't go well, then I don't feel like I'm worth at all. Doesn't matter if I am working, doesn't matter if I'm making decent money, doesn't matter if people say that I'm good enough. I didn't feel good enough. And I don't know if some of you who have pursued a scholarship before, or who have gotten a scholarship before, ever felt like that, but that's what I felt. And during my hardest time, I was actually reading a novel by Paulo Coelho. It's The Alchemist, a famous novel. And there's a quote there. It says, when you want something, the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Goes something like that. It was so powerful to me. Like that. Excuse me.
Sorry.
My husband is eating right there. Anyway, that quote just resonates so much to me, and I gained my motivation back. Like I was motivated again after reading that novel. Don't be too hard on yourself, and see it as a self-discovery journey as well. No matter where you are in life, at what age and at which stage you are in life. I mean, I was a single girl in her young 20s, and I was already feeling sort of depressed when I was looking for a scholarship. I mean, it happened to everybody, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're pursuing a scholarship or a higher education, master's or doctorate or whatever it is, and you're struggling with your motivation, and you're struggling with the will to keep on going because you feel that you're not good enough, I would say just be kinder to yourself. And also with that note, I'm actually going to also recommend you to check out School of Life. This is not endorsed, this is not sponsored. I just really love the work they're doing when it comes to self-development, and they have a YouTube channel. This is one of their books about emotional education, and teaches you to try to understand yourself better, because I mean, you can be a very smart scientist. You're good at what you're doing at your field, but you might not be so good at understanding yourself. So that's why when you face rejection, it can mean so hard for you. A large part of this book and the School of Life narrative in general talks about self-development and more like emotional intelligence, in which most of us adults, we don't really recognize it. Like, we don't really take it as something serious. For example, like self-development is measured by promotions at work or by, added skills, while trying to let go of past trauma or us trying to forgive someone that hurts us, it's part of also self-development that actually matters too, but we don't really talk about it a lot. But those kind of things actually mean so much in our day-to-day life. So for example, for me, I didn't grow up with a lot of words of affirmation, with a lot of positive reinforcement from my parents, from my surroundings. So I grew up becoming someone who seek for that at work, at school, and so you can imagine how hard it is for me to accept rejection, because I constantly try to prove myself to people, and you might have your own problems too, but you see what I mean? When I was trying to pursue a scholarship and I got rejections, or I got a harsh feedback for my essay, it brings me down so much. It will be different if I don't have the problem of trying to prove myself. And actually a lot of us struggle with that stuff, I think, in different forms. And what I'm trying to say in this video is basically for you to don't get discouraged and really try to look at it from the perspective of getting to know yourself better when you're pursuing a scholarship. I still believe that a lot of part of me getting a scholarship has something to do with luck, or has something to do with it was just the right moment for me, the right offer, the right sponsor, the right everything, you know what I mean? And it went back to the Paulo Coelho quote saying that, if you want something, the universe conspires to help you achieve it. And maybe you also need to ask yourself if you really, really want a scholarship. And hopefully the universe also will conspire to help you. Yeah, this video might sound nonsense for those of you who don't care about stuff like this, but since I don't go to a therapist, I've tried to self-therapy. It helps a lot with me trying to go through all the hurdles and just the challenges in securing a scholarship. School of Life and also other books and things that I read also taught me to keep a certain level of expectations. Pessimism can be really good. I'm more a pessimist than an optimist, and it helped me too in times like trying to pursue a scholarship and a master's degree from a good university, because it's difficult. I've talked to some of my friends too who went through the scholarship process. Some actually granted scholarship, some are still looking for scholarships, and most of them are going through what I did, like this self-doubt and asking if you're good enough, and all those very, very damaging things to yourself, because when you want to create something that's great, you don't have time to ask if you're good enough. We're decent enough, and I guess what I'm trying to say, again, I guess I said that too much. I just want to spread the message that it's okay to be insecure. It's okay to feel that you're helpless, because like I said, a lot of the times sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it depends on what the scholarship prioritize, which country they prioritize, or which program they prioritize, and a lot of things come into play. So don't take things personally. Don't feel that you're not good enough, and because it's very damaging for you. And basically just be kinder to yourself, because I really don't want you guys or anyone who are trying to pursue something here, and if you don't get it, you feel that you're less than you already are. And it might sound easy for me to say it because obviously I got the scholarship. However, I mean, now I'm going through something that is new to me. I've been unemployed for like about 4 months, and it's something that really hit my insecurity on the spot. And you know, with the coronavirus and everything, I don't know when I'm coming back to work. I am here just trying to be kinder to myself, and I hope you are too. So with whatever effort you are doing in getting your scholarship or your university acceptance, I hope you can thrive, and I hope you have fun in the journey of self-discovery and self-development. And always don't forget to be kind to yourself, because if you're not kind to yourself, nobody else will. So I guess that's that. I've been talking too much. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.